Hola, ¿cómo está? How's
Hey,
everybody
Muy
doing
bien,
today?
muy bien, muy bien.
So just to throw it out there for everybody at the beginning, yes, iced coffee right here. By the way, iced coffee here.
hey.
I bought this like around 5 o'clock. I put it in the freezer because I knew I would drink it before the Storms live, and I knew Storms was gonna come on and ask me if I had it. So I'm like, I'm gonna put it in the freezer that way I have it come Storms live. So he'll ask. But Adam ain't here this week. He'll be back next week. His child was born. He had a little girl. He posted something on his Facebook, little Alora. She was born
Congrats.
today. So Adam said, "Look, I need to take the day off." I'm like, I understand. So Adam had a kind of rough week, baby born, hurricane the next day. So yeah, so Adam will be
Mr.
back.
Storm,
What's up?
I got a bone to pick with you, sir.
What the hell did I do now? I'm pretty sure like a lot of people have a bone to pick with me after the
This is
Little Mermaid
this is
video.
this is a legitimate gripe.
All right,
You
hit
asked
me.
me a few months ago, "Hey man, intro's kind of fire. Make me one." So
What? Oh,
I
the
pay
intro?
I paid for studio time. I racked my brain for about 3 weeks. Came up with a fire intro, and now you replace me with Guitar Hero. What's up with that, bro? Why you doing
Well,
something like that?
well, actually, I replaced you. I replaced it with the countdown number. So, but I mean, the reason why is
I
because
got you. I got you.
there's people in the song that's not on the show. So,
I got you.
you know,
I'm
I mean,
at
I
the
can
level
put it
of
on
it.
there. It's a little false advertisement,
I
but
don't give a shit. That beat was funky.
Yeah.
But
So
I
you
was-
replaced Adam with another white guy, me.
well, I mean, it's
That's
just
how
a
it
little
is.
weird, right?
I'm fuck.
He survived the hurricane too, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I see some parts of Florida, man. It looked like whoa.
Well, I was telling everybody before we started, I was like, everything around me is flooded. Like
Hmm.
Wednesday and Thursday, I couldn't leave the house. Like my boss called me on Thursday, like, Rob, can you work? And I'm like, he's like, I'll come get you.
In a
Dude,
boat.
yeah, they had to bring, dude. We pulled out one of our vans out of the parking lot, and the van just stalled in the parking lot because the water was so high. So then they had to go get another van, and that one was luckily enough they came and picked me up at my house because there's no way my car could have made it anywhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Damn.
fucking Gatorland is like completely flooded.
Mm.
So that's not a good sign, especially when there's gators everywhere.
Yeah.
So-
How
Let's
about
say that.
Disney World? A couple of my coworkers are saying they're gonna schedule to go to Disney World like a couple of weeks or so.
Well, I was at
don't
Disney
know.
all day Thursday because I work at accounts at Disney, and like a bunch of their resorts were flooded. So we had to go in there and extract and do all that stuff. And then Saturday I got called. Like my work schedule this week was all weird because we were doing all cleanup shit at our job. And then yeah, so I was lucky. We didn't get no damage. We didn't lose power, but everybody around me suffered. So
Hey, I'm telling you, I came home. I think it was Friday night, and the neighborhood is dark for one house. It's mine, and I was like, "Thank you, Generac. I love you. That is the best investment I've ever."
you're like Kevin Smith in the Die Hard 4 movie. All the power went out except for Kevin Smith's house.
I'm like, yes.
You're on natural gas, eh, Danny?
Yep. One of them said, "You didn't invite other people." I said, "Nope, I did not."
Hell no.
If they'd come knock on the door, I might say, "Come on in," but you ain't come knocking. I ain't gonna be like, "Oh, come on." Yeah.
Ask you for the Wi-Fi code. That's the most important thing. Fuck electricity. I just need the Wi-Fi code.
Yeah.
Man,
That was the problem I was having. My internet kept going in and out, and we're trying to binge Game of Thrones, and it kept buffering. I'm like, you motherfucker. So, but
I started The Wire this week, and man, how did I miss that?
The Wire.
Oh my
I'm trying to
God.
figure out what to binge now because I already seen Game of Thrones several times, but
Did
then
you see
we
the-
binged it with her, so we finished that.
Did you see the new Mortal Kombat that came out?
Oh, the animated movie. Yeah. I haven't watched it,
Oh my God, that shit is awesome. Probably the best one yet.
dude. I still haven't even watched the last 2 episodes of Andor, man. Like I'm so far behind on everything
Anybody watch Andor?
because
First 3, and I was like, that's it.
and I like the first 2 from what I saw. I'm like, man, this shit's fucking great. This is what I've been wanting in Star Wars for a long time now. It's just with the hurricane and my girl being home, we've just binging everything together. So I'm gonna catch up probably on Andor, probably tomorrow or Tuesday. She-Hulk, I gave up on 2 episodes ago. From what I'm hearing from people, I'm not losing anything.
We got 2 more to go, and I'll be free.
Not me. I called it quits after episode 5. I was like, you know what?
We'll be like, I'm a star.
Moral of the story: she got ghosted.
I heard.
Moral of the story is her ass is thirsty as hell, and she should know that now. She has the most.
All you gotta do is split some fries with her, and she'll split her legs with you. That's the moral.
I mean, she was kind of like a slut in the comic books too. So
okay,
it's just I don't mind them making her slutty. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with the show is just pointless. Like there's no point.
But it's the difference it's the difference between being slutty and then being slutty and clingy. Like you can't be both, or you can, but
you can.
Anyways.
But yeah, that episode to me, I was just like, I wasted another 20-something minutes of my life.
The last episode I watched was Madison with a Y and 2 N's, but it ain't what however
it's not where you think it is.
At that point, I was like, you know what? I'm a very heavy man. I don't have much time to live. I don't want to die watching this.
It's fucking awesome writing. Awesome writing show.
And then what kills me,
the one man that should possibly had to be a good guy fucking fucks her up in the end. You know, it's like
ain't the only one. The one she met on Tinder.
Yeah,
multiple times.
She like, nope, take him to bed. And he told her in the courtroom, "You're not my type." But She-Hulk. So what's crazy to me is that she is jealous of herself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What killed me about She-Hulk, that Madison episode, is the memes afterwards, because there's people on Facebook. I'm no longer friends with these people because I unfriended them immediately after I seen it. They're like, "This is the show we want next, Madison and Wong spinoff." I'm like, y'all fucking crazy. Unfriend. Every one of them I unfriend. You guys are what's wrong with this shit. This is why we're getting these piss poor shows like this, Agnes, Heartless, whatever the fucking shit. I don't want that.
I don't think that's gonna be bad.
But we don't need it. It's pointless. I don't like. She wasn't even that. Like she was okay in WandaVision. I don't want to see a whole fucking series about her. Like it's stupid. You know, focus on other shit, more important shit. Speaking of more important shit. There's a rumor this Blade movie might not happen.
Yep.
Wait, what?
I read that article.
Yeah, apparently the director quit.
There's only 2 scenes in there, fight scenes, and they ain't that good.
The director quit 6 weeks before shooting. The script is not even done yet, and apparently Mahershala Ali is aggravated and like fed up. And like Danny said, there's only 2 action scenes in there, and that's really it.
The word they used was lackluster.
Yeah.
How do you have only 2 fight scenes with Blade?
There's only 96
kind of shit in there. All kind
there's
of shit.
There's only 96 pages. 96 pages, and usually it's like 290 or something.
But personally, I feel like lately they haven't been having no full scripts. Like I feel like a lot has been ad-lib anyway, but I doubt is
most of the Disney Plus shows, I believe, are like that.
God, all the Blade comics they could go and tap into if they was having a dry spell is ridiculous. I mean, I read the Blade comic books when I was growing up, and it's a lot of material.
Yeah, it's a lot of material. There's no excuse why that's incomplete.
And the Blade movie was announced 3 years ago, and this thing is still not even filmed. Like this is like the Flash at this point. At least the Flash is done. You know?
Yeah. That clip I sent you today, the woman said it. Dwayne Johnson, you've been working on this Black Adam for 10 years. She said it. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, Mahershala Ali is not a young guy.
Yeah, he's not.
You know, and he's a 2-time Oscar winner. I'm pretty sure he's got a lot of offers to go do other things. Like, do you really want to stick around for fucking Blade?
And I know he's pissed off because he probably worked out and all that martial arts stuff to make it look believable. And now that's seems like, you mean to tell me I fucking just wasted
did all this to my body
18 months, however long
for 2 scenes.
To be honest with you, I love Mahershala Ali as an actor. I never liked the idea of him being Blade in the first place.
I didn't see him being Blade, and like for me either, especially seeing him how he played Cottonmouth. Granted, they would be two different directions and stuff like that, but I just never looked at him as like.
I can see him because he got the look. I can see the fangs in his mouth. I would make him a little bit more vampire-y than Wesley Snipes is. Now he's gonna be hard to fight that scene because Wesley Snipes is a natural martial artist, been doing it for years, so he would have to. I don't think his fight style would be as clean as Wesley Snipes. Maybe, you know how, kind of like how Denzel Washington in The Equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his shit, it ain't as clean, but that shit is effective. So
I just wanted someone
like
younger. I
It
wanted.
all right.
It didn't have to be this actor, but someone around the age or look of this actor. Someone like John Boyega. Doesn't have to be John Boyega, but someone around that age frame, that kind of look. You know.
There's
Who's
an
out
interview
there?
with Tom Boyega on the Breakfast Club. That sucker, he really gained my respect because he talked. He brought it. He wouldn't cut no corners. He was saying boom, 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 boom. How Star Wars did him, Hollywood, and man, he was on it. So I got new respect for Mr. John Boyega.
Yeah, stood up for himself, man.
I wasn't feeling for him as Finn at all, but
especially in that last movie, man. Every
time
I have a hard time. Oh, go ahead, Danny. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You get merchandise, and he's like, nope. All I got was a 3-year deal, 3-movie deal, and I was lucky to get that. And then he said it gave me enough money. I didn't had to really go search for food, and someone stayed for like 6 or 7 years. So I'm with you, brother.
I mean, yeah, but let's not pretend like Star Wars is the only movie he did that sucked.
No, but he said the money that he got from that.
Oh yeah,
it sustained him for several years.
Then he did Pacific Rim 2, and that movie was awful.
Yeah.
That movie was awful compared to that.
But
first
still got paid for it.
Yeah, he helped produce it. He was a producer on that movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But because I recently, I don't know why Rise of Skywalker is like my most watched movie, because every time I need to go to sleep, I just turn it on, and I turn it on, and literally within 10 minutes, I heard John Boyega say Ray like 5 times in 10 minutes, like Ray. I'm like, bro, like, and it ain't his fault. It's just horrible writing by whoever wrote it. The dude that wrote Argo wrote the movie, but yeah. They misused John Boyega horribly in that franchise. Adam Driver too. Adam Driver was really good. I think they misused him a little bit too. So Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of, you know, how fans say everything Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans did after was a flop. So he coming back. So I don't know whether he did something. I don't know, but they must have threw some money at him, because I know
Hugh Jackman did a couple things since that.
I don't know how successful. What I'm saying is I didn't pull the numbers to see how successful they were.
Yeah, let me look it up.
But
I'm not sure.
I know one of the main reasons why he quit, because he was tired of that strict regimen and workout. So they must be going to kind of ease up a little bit on that.
Yeah.
But if he in that suit, he ain't gonna be all ripped to the max.
Yeah, he doesn't need to work out.
He's working out though. He's working out. He just posted a video on his Twitter of his workout, him working out already. He's doing.
The first time?
Yeah, it's just recent.
That suit, like the Superman suit with Tyler Hoechlin or Hoechlin, however you pronounce his name. You can see the difference big time when he's Clark Kent versus when he's Superman. I'm like, wow, that suit is really padded up.
But Hugh Jackman's not the type of actor, man. He's gonna put in the work for his roles. He did for every single Wolverine. If you see a picture of him in this first X-Men movie, where he's in the hallway, he's like not even that buffed, and then you see him again on the next one.
Yeah, each one he gets more and more
ripped.
Defined. When he was in Wolverine, when he went to Japan,
I
think that when he was at his best.
No, I think he was at his best in Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
when he comes back to the past and he wakes up in that bed with that girl and the guy shoot him up, dude, that motherfucker's ripped. I'm like, damn.
He was ripped when he fought that man in that damn lab when he pulled that shit parasite out of his stomach.
When he jumps off the waterfall. It's the one, basically the scene that Oprah got all wet on Oprah Winfrey. You know,
what?
Yeah, didn't see it. She was like, Hugh Jackman, oh my God! He just jumps butt naked when Hugh Jackman jumps butt naked in the waterfall.
Oh my God!
Oprah lost her shit on the show, man. Should have watched it. That's true.
Got a super chat coming in from Phil Collins. He throws in a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. She-Hulk is so bad. I will apologize to CW. Just kidding, but no, not joking, dude. Dude, I'll take any of the CW DC shows over She-Hulk.
That right there, I'm glad he brought that up because people automatically, times they hear CW, they automatically think that the material on CW is trash, and it's not. Some of it is. I will give you that, but a lot of that stuff, like to me, unjustly, Black Lightning unjustly got cut because I'm telling you, if you're looking for
Black Lightning, I don't know why.
If you're looking for a serious evil ass villain, Tobias Whale is so underrated that it is ridiculous.
Well, see, here's the thing I say about that. People are bashing on CW now, but 7-8 years ago, them motherfuckers were tuning into everything, going, "Oh man, I want to see this connect to this and this connect to this." And now, because it kind of went downhill, everybody wants to criticize it, but everybody was watching that. That had some of the highest ratings when they were doing all those crossovers and shit.
I can tell you now, Disney Plus is now like the sequels, and now the CW is beginning to be like the prequels. The worst Disney Plus shows become, and CW is starting to get shine back like the prequels did.
Yeah, because it has something to compare it to. So now it's like, the CW.
Oh, maybe it wasn't as bad. Now I will say, Batwoman was trash, and I swore not to use that word again. But Batwoman was really, really.
Well, you can always say garbage.
I was about to say
that. It is it's something. I don't know, sewage, I guess. That's different. But that one was hard to watch. The other stuff on CW, I took a gander at. I still like Flash. I still love Superman and Lois. But that Batwoman, I can't watch that.
I got a super chat from Always Cool. How much of an impact do you think Deadpool 3 will have on the MCU? I'm going to go out on a limb. 0.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like he's gonna be in his own little timeline.
Yep. I think it's going to have 0 impact whatsoever. I could be wrong, but if I had to put a percent on, I would say it have about 5% impact on the MCU because it wasn't even on the timeline at Comic-Con or D23. D23 was like 3 weeks ago, and now they announced it. So I feel like it's going to be a movie that references a lot of stuff in the MCU, but the MCU is never going to reference Deadpool.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of stuff maybe from different movies. But one thing that makes you know is that let us know, in my opinion, that's not going to be that important. They immediately told us this is way before Logan. This ain't Logan. That's way down the timeline. This is something way back. So right there, that's kind of putting a bookmark. So the other stuff.
I see this tying in with Loki season 2 in the TVA in some way. Where it's going to be a branch out of that, which is going to be the X-Men's timeline from Fox, where they might interact with different characters from the MCU. But as an effect on the MCU, what we have so far, I don't think so either. But where it might take an effect is for the fan service, right? That they want to see this. They want to see Hugh Jackman and Deadpool. And what it's going to bring is going to bring dollar bills. And I said it on my show that the redemption that I'm talking about for MCU on this is the fact that we might get another movie where you're going to have people clapping and shouting out in the theaters like we did for No Way Home. Is it going to be No Way Home caliber? I don't think so. Hopefully, I hope it makes as much money, but
it would be cool if they tied together, guys. If they were to tie together the She-Hulk, and when I'm saying the She-Hulk, I mean the part, because right now we don't know where the Hulk is at. She said, "Where you at?" It's been a few months, weeks, whatever. So if he's to come back kind of like World War Hulk, and then Hugh Jackman going to fight him or something along those lines, not even World War Hulk, Berserker Hulk or something. That would be kind of cool to see that tie together. I don't think we're going to see Professor Hulk anymore. I'd be surprised if we do.
Yeah. I think we got enough of them. We need to see some savage.
Comic book is a lot more cooler. I think Professor Hulk would have been received better in the MCU if we'd have seen how he became Professor Hulk. All we did was saw him one day he's scared Hulk.
I took the brains and the prawns and I put them together.
Yeah.
I
also
also
seen the actual process. I believe he'd have been received better.
And I personally think Professor Hulk would have been received better if it was like a one and done thing. Like do it for Endgame, then go back to like, because now I don't know, man. It's just
I think he was needed to introduce the She-Hulk because without it would be kind of difficult, I believe.
Because it shows that She-Hulk can handle anger so much better than Bruce, because Bruce hasn't been through shit in his life.
No, that's just that's a kind of woman power quote there, man. I ain't trying to sound like a sexist or anything, but that's kind of what that was. But
And
we all know that that's not true.
Danny.
But that's what how they're selling it. But
no, it is. I'm about to say, as a woman myself, it feels very cringe. Like, granted, there's some pieces of it I'm like, oh yeah, that's relatable. But then there's other pieces where I'm like, this is over the top.
So, as a woman, Britt, how do you feel about She-Hulk being the whole plot of just getting laid? How do you feel like finally getting like some female, there's been other female representation in MCU, but She-Hulk, being a woman of color, she is when she's in Hulk form anyway, having her own show, being a successful lady, a lawyer, and all she cares about is getting fucked every night. How do you feel about that?
You really know how to put the mayonnaise on the sandwich, bro.
Damn.
I mean, that's what the show's about, right? Like, fuck being successful, working her ass off to be a lawyer, because at the end of the day, she just wants to go out and then suck a dick at the end of the night. That's all she cares about.
All that.
So that's kind of views of Robert does not reflect the views of everybody on the panel.
It's more to the show than.
Oh, you mean Madison?
Without blood, I'm still trying to figure it out. And I just even when I'm looking at the trailers, I feel like there's so much we still haven't seen. So I'm like,
you mean Daredevil? It's like 6 episodes in, we still ain't seen that motherfucker.
You ain't seen Daredevil, you ain't seen a little Frog King or whatever. You still don't understand what happened with Titania in the courtroom.
Well, we seen Man Bull and Mr. Immortal.
Bruh. So and you need to apologize to my car. Like it was just a lot that I'm just sitting here like I know. But it's more I done seen her get laid more than her actually being a good lawyer.
I honestly thought when they announced She-Hulk, because I used to read some of the She-Hulk comics. I'm not gonna sit here and say I was the biggest fan of She-Hulk, but I was a fan. I thought we were gonna get this sort of like this Law and Order type show where it's gonna be like some serious like lawyer stuff, courtroom drama, oh, we're gonna have some serious cases. Yes, there's gonna be some comedy. Marvel has comedy. It's gonna be Jen trying to figure out how to be She-Hulk and all this. But I thought there was gonna be some like real stakes with the lawyer stuff, and it literally just turns out to like, who am I fucking tonight? Okay.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I'm about to say when they first advertised it and they had them with them looking like they had like the old 80s, 70s, whatever clothes. I feel like the attempt probably was to be a good lawyer show. And then they got into the writer's room and somebody was like, oh no, we're just going to be a feminist show and women power. And that's when like all the branding kept switching over and over and over again. And it just like, where are we taking this? And it's like, oh, we know you're going to hate the show, so we're going to address it. But just because you address it doesn't still mean that what you're writing isn't trash.
The first episode set it up to be really good, but then they dropped the ball big time.
I thought the Abomination storyline with him going up for parole or whatever, I thought that was going to be like the majority of the storyline with them doing like a trial to release him.
Yeah, they did that.
It was like one episode. Hey, here you go. You're free. Like, cool. Like, what?
Yeah, I didn't want to leave. He made me leave.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, they made Wong look like a complete.
Yes.
I have a feeling there's a rumor going around that he might be a Skrull. I'm starting to believe that.
I am too. That theory you said last Sunday made a lot of sense. I've been spreading that on my shows. And
what theory? The multiverse thing?
That is season 4 is just a different multiverse.
Yeah, that would be
very
nice.
Phase 4, that would be
one way to release it.
Stroke of genius, I believe.
Yeah, I think it would. I don't know what the likelihood of it actually happening, but if they do somehow pull that off, I've been like, thank God, and that was brilliant. Thank God, like none of this ever happens.
It's just, I've seen that movie. I said in one of my videos last week, Dallas did it that year. They did Who Shot Jr.
Yeah.
That whole season was a dream.
Yep.
Yeah,
How many people are pissed off about that?
But I think if Marvel would do it, people would be happy.
But damn, we didn't see that coming.
Can you imagine if they do like a Star Wars episode 10 or something, and then like Luke Skywalker wakes up and the sequel trilogy was just a dream, like a bad vision in the Force, and the movie starts with Luke having that lightsaber over Kylo Ren, and everything from the prequels was just a vision, and he goes, "Oh, never mind," and then the real trilogy starts.
They did that shit with Twilight.
Yeah, it was awesome too.
Yeah,
that wasn't even in the book. They completely did that just for the movie.
The whole fight scene, people get killed, and then you know, shit. It was some shit Alice saw in the future.
Yep, and that wasn't even in the book. That was all from the movie, and that was probably one of the best things of that movie. Yep. Boom. I want studios to do more creative shit like that. That, you know, do some shit that people weren't really thinking about. You know. Well, like say like we're like in a world where the Mandela effect happened and we're not getting a Blade movie. That was all in our imagination. We never announced a Blade movie.
The whole Blade thing, man, it's sad.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, that guy. I'm really sad if he wasted all his time preparing for that and physically doing all the martial arts and stuff. Then they say, the fuck with it. Now that would piss me off.
You know what's really disappointing about that though, is that this is the first time ever Kevin Feige botched a project. Right? Star Wars done it all the time. Lord and Miller got fired from Solo. We had the whole reshoots with Rogue One. You know, Benioff and Wise left. What's her name left the Rogue Squadron movie? Like Kathleen Kennedy. Scrapped. Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy botched like every Star Wars movie other than Force Awakens, you know, when it comes to directors and having behind the scene problems. The one thing Kevin Feige could always stood on was he had a great director's relationship. His stuff was like a well-oiled machine, and this is the first time where that belt broke.
This is the second time because there was an original director for
Ant-Man
Madness.
Oh yeah, yes. But that was kind of different though because the script and everything never changed. The shooting schedule never changed. It just Derrickson wanted a more horror movie, and Kevin Feige was like, "That's not what we do." So that was Kevin Feige knowing what he wants. But the Blade movie was just a complete disaster everywhere you look. From director leaving, from the script not being finished, Mahershala Ali being on the bench for 3 years. You know, just,
I mean, can we say the same thing for Fantastic Four, or they never really like pushed it as like?
I don't think Kevin Feige had nothing to do with those Fantastic Four.
No, not the old ones. I'm talking about the one that's coming up. Like, I feel like it's still no news. It's just a title. Or
well, I think they're being very, very careful with the Fantastic Four because of the fact of what happened to the previous movies.
Yeah, the previous.
So they want to make it. They want to make it worth our while to go back and watch this.
They can't mess it up a fourth time. They can't. Yeah. After that is, if you mess it up a fourth time, it's irredeemable. You can never do Fantastic Four again.
I see what, and I don't know why they're trying to reinvent the wheel because they got their free test run with the Krasinski guy. I know I'm saying it wrong. Doing the Multiverse of Madness movie. Everybody seemed to be all aboard on him. I didn't hear anything negative about him other than you pretty much told a woman how to beat him.
Exactly. You so smart.
But other than that, I mean, he looked the part. I've seen him on Tonight Show, and he kind of further around it, but you can tell that he's interested.
Which one are you talking about, Danny? What are you talking about?
Krasinski or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So they get a free run in the Multiverse of Madness. Fans seem to receive him. I said, only bad thing is that he pretty much told Scarlet Witch how to beat him. That was dumb as fuck for somebody supposed to be the smartest man on the planet.
That was bad writing, though. That was nothing on his fault.
That's what I'm saying. But he looked the part. He was convincing. So why reinvent the wheel? Go with him. His wife, Emily Blunt, wants to be Sue's Fantastic
Four. And I feel he should have directed the Fantastic Four.
So I don't know who they could get as Johnny Storm or who they could get as the Thing, but hell, they don't need nobody for the Thing. He could be
right. It could be CGI like they did.
So you just need to find a voice actor for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Did
But you know what?
Something about? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
They're no longer using James Earl Jones' voice now because the computer
Yeah, I heard.
thing. Yeah, so they can do that. I mean, Ben Grimm can actually sound like Ben Grimm we hear on the TVs and stuff. Which I think Michael Chiklis did a good job on that one when he played.
I did too. I just didn't like the costume.
Yeah, his voice was on point.
Well, what I gotta say is, you're saying that they might scrap Blade. I don't think they're gonna scrap it because he's referenced in the end of the Eternals.
The end of Eternals. Well,
so scrapping
that could be why they didn't show his face.
Yeah, here's the thing: they never mention his name and they never show his face. You just hear him say, "Do you really want to do that, Mister? Whatever your name?" They could easily go back and retcon that and make it someone else that said that.
Yeah, because for the longest, people thought it was Nick Fury until finally came out like, no, this is all black men don't sound the same.
But I ain't got shit to do with it. If me and my wife was on there and we get divorced and they still paying me a crazy amount of money, I could deal with her to get that check. So
HGTV is a whole bunch of people that ain't married no more that still got their shows.
I look at my bank account and I see 6 or 7 zeros. Shit, okay. Thank you.
Seriously.
We got a super chat coming in from Mr. Phil Collins, and he says, honestly, I would get no-name actors and put the money in the script for Fantastic Four. That's for what's your opinion, Rob? Well, thank you, Phil Collins, for your super chat. I appreciate that. And I actually 100% agree with you. One thing that I really like about the MCU, other than the Robert Downey Jr. and Samuel L. Jackson, most of those actors were all unknown. Right, Chris Evans was nowhere near Chris Evans he is now. You know,
he was known though.
He was known, and
he was known, but he was known as that guy from Not Another Teen Movie, or that guy who played Johnny Storm.
Mark Ruffalo, he was known.
Mark Ruffalo played very small indie movies, though. That's what I mean. Like not these big flashy actors.
The Olsen girl, she was known.
I didn't know who the fuck I didn't know she was an Olsen.
Yeah,
I had no idea that the Olsen twins had another sister until I watched that movie.
I knew her before then.
But they're not.
I know what you mean. They can take.
I know what you're saying. I think
it's A-level actors.
I get that they're not A-level actors, but you could have some name recognition because some name recognition sometimes that draws people to the.
There was no name recognition for Thor. No one knew who. Everybody like Chris Hemsworth. Who? Oh, you mean that guy who died in the Star Trek movie the first 5 minutes? It's like no one knew who Chris Hemsworth was.
It's also. Women love our co-workers. He's eye candy. Loki is eye candy. So if you don't know name,
he was either until that movie.
If you don't know name, you better be very attractive. No name.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Put a wig on you.
I agree with that. I think they need to go find. They need to cast for Fantastic Four. Pick 4 B to C level actors that has pretty good portfolio, but not household names, right? They're not like the top 10 or 20 actors.
And look how it turned out.
Van Forstic had a lot of big names, bro.
I'm talking about the main guys. Michael B. Jordan.
Miles Teller.
Let me tell you, Michael B. Jordan was the only one out of that 4 that was really famous. The other 3,
Miles Teller was huge back then. That dude did Whiplash. That dude did all kinds of shit.
You got to play Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, Miles Teller was huge back then. That dude was in Oscar discussions and everything. Kate Mara was a very popular name back then. The only one that I didn't know who was the guy they played The Thing. I have no idea who that dude was.
Nothing about Michael B. Jordan. And of course, I knew Michael B. Jordan's dad. He was a very good, well-known actor.
Yeah, he was a big actor too, but he was more of like a character TV actor. I know him from a lot of TV stuff.
And the guy that played Dr. Doom was good.
Yeah.
I've seen him before.
Something Kittle. What the fuck was his name? He was an upcoming actor too because he was in Kong Skull Island. He was in the 2 Planet of the Apes movies from Matt Reeves. Toby Kebbell. Yeah, he was a big name too back then. But those were like B to C level actors though. They weren't level like A level actors. Yusufu threw in a super chat. Yusufu, who's a foo? Yusufu. I'm an attractive no name. Well, we don't know. We can't see you. And
I'm sure you are.
I'm not pulling a John Cena either. Can't see you.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so I got a question. I got a question for the panel. And then I'll get to the next super chat. I see my boy Ryan just threw in a super chat. Well, actually, let me get to the super chat. Then I'll ask the panel this question. Ryan threw in $2 super chat. Thank you so much for the support. Just want to show love to the stream. Well, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you as always. Also, let's try to get up to 30 likes. And I do have Danny and Gaskar's YouTube channel in the description box below, so you guys can go sub to them. Addams' channel is on there as well. So, I haven't watched this show, but I want to know if any of you guys watched it. Has any of you guys watched Ring of Power?
I tried watching the first
saw
episode
a clip.
twice.
I played a clip on my show, and the clip that I played, Rob, if the rest of the show is like that, it ain't all that bad. Because that fight scene was pretty.
I heard it was like NyQuil, bro. That's what I heard.
What do you think of the fight scene, guys? Show?
It looked good. To be honest with you, it did look good.
It looked really good. Like Game of Thrones.
No, don't even insult Game of Thrones.
I'm telling you.
That one scene doesn't make up for anything.
I didn't say that one scene. I said if the rest of the show is like that one scene, I don't see the NyQuil comment, because that fight scene was pretty good. The animal they were fighting looked real. Then those orgs or whatever the hell they call them, they look pretty good. The elf. So, I mean,
I haven't watched it because I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, which is weird because I love the fantasy genre. I mean, like Game of Thrones and everything. I wrote a book on fantasy and stuff like that. I love that genre, but I can never get into the Game of Thrones movie or the Lord of the Rings movie. So I have no interest in the show. I just see a lot of people like people on Facebook. They'll be like, Ring of Power is better than House of Dragons. Then people are like, House of Dragons is better than Ring of Power. I'm like, y'all need to stop. I'm like, if you like Lord of the Rings, of course you're gonna like that over Game of Thrones. If you like Game of Thrones, you're gonna like that over Rings of Power. Stop trying to compare the two. You can like both or like either one.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah, House of Dragons is fine. Like I said, I never seen Game of Thrones. Well, I've seen shows here and there, but I don't miss. Like my wife texted me just now. She called me just now. That's why I put on. You coming to watch House of Dragons? I said, well, I'm on a stream now. I will have to watch when I get off.
I'm gonna watch it when I get off here. But yeah, I'm caught up on it. I'm liking House of Dragons a lot, man.
I'm telling you, that last episode, that dragon wasn't feeling that shit. She was telling him, he was like, "You want me to do what?
What you don't? What? No, I'm fine."
Yep, cook ass like a damn shish kebab.
I think there's only like 4 episodes left, man.
Yeah, I don't think there's left. Well, I'm just the twist they put on Renana, whatever, Rhaenyra, or however they put. I just did not see that coming. She ain't nothing but a old hoe.
Who? Rhaenyra. Well, her husband's gay, bro. What the fuck?
I know that, but I mean, she's sleeping.
She's the hoe. She whole game with 500 different dudes. This chick.
She's not getting with 500. They only show her sleep with 2. One is She-Hulk, one is herself.
She got 3 boys. You don't know if they're all the same dad. I mean, like
it is all the same dad. They all look the same.
And she's got her uncle by the balls.
That don't mean nothing. She could just have a strong gene.
Yep, she want the uncle so bad. I ain't like, what the hell?
Targaryens sleep with each other. That's how they keep their bloodline pure.
Yeah, I know, but that is some sick shit.
I mean,
that's how it was.
I keep hearing about this Jeffrey Dahmer show.
Dude, let me tell you shit about Jeffrey Dahmer, bro. I'm so glad you brought that up. Dude, I had a nightmare last night. Right, and I don't usually have nightmares. I had a nightmare last night, and it was about Jeffrey Dahmer. Right, like I was at work, and he was like, I was cleaning because I work at hotels, clean the carpets, right? And I had a dream that Jeffrey Dahmer was in one of the hotels, and I saw him doing shit, and I kept going up to people, going like, I think this dude's up to something. Everybody was like, you're fucking crazy. He's like, stop. And like, sure enough, he was doing this shit. I didn't even watch the damn show yet, and I'm having dreams about this motherfucker. I'm like,
I haven't watched the show, but some of my friends have told me about it. And man, this sucker, and this guy that played Quicksilver that's playing.
Yeah.
They say he was a sick puppy boy. Some of the stuff he did.
I don't think I could watch it, man. If I'm having nightmares about it, just hearing reviews, I'm not gonna be able to watch that show.
My daughter started watching it and she stopped watching. She can't go through it.
Yeah, I heard it was because I watched Jeremy John's review, and he said after he watched it, he was up all night. He couldn't sleep.
Oh, I ain't watched that.
It makes it worse because you know this stuff actually happened. That's what makes it worse.
Yeah,
you know, the fact that there's actual people in real life that would do something like that.
That is, to me, that is nothing but demon possession.
That's glorification as well, right? That's the thing I have an issue with, because you're glorifying something in a way of bringing it back out there.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if they're glorifying it. I think it's more informative.
Well, then
it is.
I mean, documentaries are. I watched the Ted Bundy documentary, but when you start like making movies and then series about it, I do kind of feel
I guess we get money for it. I guess
it's a little glorified, you know.
I wouldn't want to play that. I don't know what they must have paid him a lot. I just wouldn't. But you know, them actors found all this stuff fascinating and all this kind of stuff. So I just don't think it'd be fascinating to play a sick puppy like he was. So
yeah,
but I guess with enough zeros.
Yep.
Always cool through a $2 super chat. I am more of a Harry Potter man myself. There ain't nothing wrong with Harry Potter. I like Harry Potter. I still haven't seen the newest Fantastic Beasts movie. It's the only one I haven't seen in theaters. And
when they find out Dumbledore love, I was like, really?
Well, I knew Dumbledore was gay since the Harry Potter books. So.
I don't like it. Yeah, but when they show this shit, Unbreakable, I won't go into it, but
say it, Danny. Say it.
Some shit called the Unbreakable Vow, and they did it with each other, and if the other one try to kill the other one, it'll kill him, and you can't fucking unbreak the shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? There ain't no way I've done nothing like that. But it's kind of crazy. It's out there.
The Unbreakable Vow.
The Unbreakable Vow.
They did an Unbreakable Vow in the movie.
It's some kind of cord or something. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Ryan threw in a $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. At this point, this new Halloween movie, I don't give a crap about because we pretty much know how the movie's gonna end. Look, I like Halloween. I've been a Halloween fan. I think like Halloween and Scream and Child's Play are the only horror movies that I like. I'm not a horror movie fan.
You don't like Freddy?
No, not like this. No.
You didn't like Sleepaway Camp?
I never even heard of that.
Man, Freddy was the shit.
But I like Halloween because I always liked Michael Myers. I like the music. I like the fact that he's like this relentless killing machine. But that last one was awful. And I have zero faith that this one's gonna be good. And the last Scream movie was dog shit too. So at this point, I don't even think I'm gonna go see the next Scream movie because Nev Campbell's not even gonna be in it. So at this point, I'm just cutting bait with both those. I'll still watch Halloween Ends just so I can see how it ends. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
He dies.
Yeah, again.
Again.
And Yusufu threw in a $2 super chat. Hellraiser looks good. I've never been a Hellraiser fan.
It looks like a female Pinhead in this one.
Yeah. I didn't even watch the trailer because I was never in the Hellraiser.
I'm gonna tell you what is good. I just watched it yesterday. Hocus Pocus 2. Yeah.
Dude, I'm hearing bad things about that. I hope you're right.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. My kids watched it yesterday.
Because my girl is looking forward to it. She's got a whole party gonna happen.
It is good family fun, bro. I'm gonna tell you.
She's gonna have her nieces and nephews over. She's going to buy like Hocus Pocus decorations and doing like this whole Halloween party for them.
Now, I will say this, and I'm not giving anything away. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but it is not a shit sandwich.
That makes me feel good hearing you say that because I felt sorry for her. I'm like, babe, you gonna do all this and this movie sucks? She's like, I don't care about reviews.
Yeah, I agree. It's entertaining.
Yeah, it's very entertaining.
I've never seen the first one.
This is coming from a 52-year-old man that watched the shit originally with his daughters.
I've seen bits and pieces of the first one. I do not think I've seen the whole thing through.
At this point, it's personal. I'm
Pascal, you ever seen Halloween Town? You watch any of those?
No.
I had to watch all that with my kids, man. So
from Disney?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I did.
Yeah, Halloween Town is good too.
And the first movie came out in '93, man.
Well, Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus, yeah.
Damn. 20. What is that? That's 30 years ago, right? Yeah.
93.
Almost
2003, 2013. Next year would have been 30 years.
30 years next year.
Holy crap, man!
They watch it over here. They watch it in my house every year for Halloween. They watch that movie.
Oh yeah, we watch it every year. My wife every year. I'm telling you, if she don't watch it, she's mad. Fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I'm like, woman,
dude.
What the fuck? Are you crazy?
The OG cartoon.
I mean, if she don't watch it, or if I don't record it, like on the DVR, oh my god, she'd be upset.
The stop animation one, right? The OG, yeah.
There are two Christmas movies I have to watch every year, and that is Jingle All the Way, and I have to watch the Muppets Christmas Carol. Have to watch those every year, and then I try to get Die Hard in there. If I
like Scrooge with Bill Murray.
I was never a big fan of that movie.
That was pretty funny.
It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, that was one. Home Alone is one I usually watch too. Yep. I like that.
Almost there again.
And I used to like the Grinch too.
I know.
The animated one.
Yeah, I like the animated Grinch. I'm not a big fan of the live action Grinch.
Mr. Grinch.
You know, the Grinch didn't hate the Little Who's. He just hated Christmas.
You saw Wendy Lou. Give her some water and go rush her back to bed.
Use food, $200 super chat. Winnie the Pooh. What about Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, the horror movie version of it?
I do want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see Pooh and Piglet chop some bitches up.
See that.
Imagine how the parents are gonna take their kids.
Just like that.
Yeah, so they're gonna take them and be like, I didn't know it was a horror film. It said it was Winnie the Pooh. Like, baby,
that horror,
ratings.
Fantasy Island. I'm like, what the hell?
Nano.
And I heard the people that's doing Pooh, Blood and Honey are also looking to do a horror version of Peter Pan next.
That movie is horror when you actually think of the premise.
I mean, Pinocchio's fucking horror too.
Yeah, that too.
Pinocchio's freaking horror.
That new Addams movie, and it was like dog dookie.
Oh, the Monsters?
The Monsters?
Oh yeah, dude, you could tell by the trailer that fucking shit.
Who told me, somebody told me like detail. Pretty much is like Lily is on one of these sites to try and find love. Is the basis of the whole movie, like a Tinder. She's on Tinder trying to find love. Like really.
Apparently, that's what female actors do in shows and movies nowadays. They're just on Tinder all the time.
And they don't have Eddie on there neither.
Gotta have you a sturdy bed.
Yeah, Eddie and Marilyn is not even in there. It's just Grandpa and Herman and Lily. And I heard it's probably one of the it's awful. I just heard it's god awful. I love the Monsters. I refuse to watch that shit.
Grandpa Al Lewis, man, he was funny.
And the guy they got to play Herman doesn't even act like Herman. He doesn't even laugh like Herman Monster.
Oh god!
Was Monsters with Fred Savage?
No, Monsters was with Fred Guion or something.
The Monsters.
Fred Guion or something like that.
I think the one you're talking about with Fred Savage, that was Little Monsters. That's when they had the monsters underneath the bed, and he goes into the monster world and shit.
Harry Long was the monster.
I haven't seen that movie in so damn long. I'm like, holy shit!
You remember Monster Squad? No, that was cool.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah, they had a werewolf and the.
I never watched Lost Boys either.
Oh man, what? You gotta go watch that, boy. So, the first one, the rest of them is crap, but the first one, cult classic, buddy.
I do certain things to where if I don't see a movie at a certain time, I just never go back and watch. I never seen the original Top Gun. I refuse to watch it. Never seen Hocus Pocus.
That's absorb yourself, man.
At this point, I'm like, I made it this far in my life without watching it. I might as well just not.
Did you watch the second one?
God.
What, Maverick?
Yeah.
I do want to watch that one. Yeah, but I'm not going to watch the first one.
Man,
saw it twice.
That Top Gun Maverick, that shit is good. I didn't see the $1.5 billion good, but
that's because it was just like a feel good movie. But sometimes those surprise hits hit, man. Yusufu says, "How you feel about Avatar 2?" I'll tell you this right now. I'm not going to go see this shit.
I ain't either.
Well,
I don't care.
I'm going to see it. I think it's going to get If you don't get too big, it's going to hit it so close in the ass.
Oh, it's gonna make money.
It's gonna make the money.
It just ain't gonna make Robert's money.
Yeah, I saw the first one for free when I was at college at Michigan State, and when they cut down the tree and this chick next to me was crying like a baby, I was cracking the hell up. It was the funniest thing in the world to me, and she was bawling, and I'm like, it ain't that serious.
I was at Walmart today because you know they re-released Avatar in theaters, the first one in theaters. I went to Walmart today, and they had on Blu-ray remastered Ferngully in the Last Rainforest. I'm like, ain't that some shit? They remastered Ferngully the same week that Avatar comes back in theaters. Ain't that a coincidence? Because Avatar is nothing but motherfucking Pocahontas and fucking Ferngully in live action. That's all that shit is.
That thing is like $200,000, I think. Or maybe $2 million. No, $200,000, I think, for making $1 billion. $3 billion. That is crazy.
There's a lot of old people that like that shit.
Yeah,
but it made 30-something million.
I think it's $2.8 billion what it is now.
Yeah. Hey, I would never criticize anybody who likes that movie. Adam loves that movie. I think Adam's fucking nuts. But you can like what you want. I just think it's not for me. I think
visually it is awesome. And then throwing back then 3D was on fire back then, so that helped a lot too, because you charge what for 3D back then.
Yeah, but back then a lot of theaters only played it in 3D. Like when I went to go see Avatar, I didn't want to see it in 3D. That was the only option I had. They fucked people to get their money. They're like, you want to watch it? You gotta pay $30 a ticket. It's like, motherfucker, fuck you, Cameron, and your goddamn My Heart Will Go On with your fucking Titanic shit. I don't give a fuck. Both them motherfuckers can fit on that door at the end.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. Was what 12 years since it came out the first time? The first one?
Yeah, I think it was 12 years.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna. I definitely think it's gonna
Diamond of the Sea.
I have a
feeling. Heart of the Sea, Robert. It was the Heart of the Sea.
She's like, I'll never let go, Jack. Shit, she let go 5 minutes later. She said, fuck you, bro. And I still to this day, I swear that Celine Dion had hidden messages in that song to make people go see that movie. Because every time I would watch that damn music video, I'd be like, fuck, I want to go watch Titanic. And I don't even like that movie.
But it was visually amazing.
Yeah, at the time.
It worked out. Yeah, at the time.
I would watch Titanic like on repeat than ever go see Avatar again.
Really?
Hell yeah. We get what's her name naked, and then we get to see, and when that ship was going under, that was hilarious, bro. Fucking people following him, propellers and all kinds of stuff. You just pop, right? It's great. Old people holding each other while the water's coming up.
Fantastic. Wow.
It was great, man. It was like complete slaughter, man.
That sounds like Jeffrey Dahmer. Like
no, I didn't say they were eating anybody.
That's real people.
That would be the icing on the top. You said that.
Instead of watching Pocahontas with giant blue Smurfs that fuck by sticking their hair in the other person's hair, and like, get the fuck out of here. Always doing $2 super chat. Also 10-minute warning. Who's ready for the Wednesday show? I don't like what they did to my homeboy, man. I don't care if he's comic accurate or not. That motherfucker ugly.
What are you talking about?
The Addams Family show that they put out on Netflix. What's his name? Gomez. They got that one goofy motherfucker that you see in all these movies. That one fucking he looked like he got hit with an ugly stick 500 times. They got him playing. Yeah, they got him playing the dad, and everybody's like, "But Rob is comic accurate." I don't give a fuck. He's still ugly. So I don't know if I'm gonna watch the show or not.
So the Addams Family is coming out on Wednesday too?
No, it's the show's called Wednesday because Wednesday Addams is the little girl.
Daughter?
Yeah, and they got Catherine Zeta-Jones to play the mom, which I'm down for that. Yeah, but then they got that ugly dude to play fucking the father.
Gomez.
Yeah, I was like
Gomez, Morticia, Lurch. What's the uncle name? Festus.
Yeah.
That motherfucker look.
And the hand, which is Thing, I think.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
And then Pugsley's little boy name, if I'm mistaken.
I don't know. I might watch it because I watched the trailer. It looked interesting. I mean, I don't have to like hopefully Gomez is not that big of a character in it. I don't like that actor in anything. I just think, oh man, he just but yeah. It can't be any worse than the Munsters.
Monsters. The Monster Mash.
Taking iconic shows and making them all kind of.
We see all reboots, man. No creativity to bring us new shit.
Well, every time they do something creative, the shit don't make no money. Like they had that one movie came out earlier this year, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Nobody went and got like.
I heard that show was good though.
Yeah, the multiverse movie. I heard it was good.
Yeah, I heard it was amazing. It's just nobody went to go see it. So there's always new properties. It's just nobody goes to see them. Everybody wants to go see sequels and reboots and superheroes.
Oh, there was a movie that came out at the same time. What was that one came out?
Probably Multiverse.
Yeah, it was Multiverse that came out, I think.
If I'm not mistaken.
I know there was a blockbuster that came out at the same time.
There was. I just don't remember which one it was. I think it might have been Batman. Because it was toward the beginning part of the year.
The Batman came out in March.
Well, let me see when Everything, Everywhere, All at Once came out. Everything.
Thanks for listening, Google.
Okay, Google.
I typed everything and it popped up in my Google. It came out March 25th.
25th, yeah.
What? Batman?
No, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Batman came out like March.
Yeah, because Multiverse didn't come out until May. So it just didn't chart.
Yeah.
I think Batman probably stole it thunder because didn't Batman come out like March 9th?
Yeah.
Yep. The Batman was March 4th.
Yeah, that was one of those days.
Did you guys see Northman?
I wanted to. I just never got around to. I want to. That was like one of my most anticipated movies. I
liked it.
I heard from everybody who saw it, other than my girlfriend, that it was good. She was like, "That movie sucked." I'm like, I don't think you get it. But everybody I've seen, or everybody that I know that saw it, loved it. So, all right. Well, I guess that's all we got for the show. We're about to hit the hour mark, so that's cool. Did anybody know what the score was for Tampa Bay? They were getting their ass cheeks smacked before
That's when I saw that was 28-10, but I can give you an update.
I think Tampa just scored a touchdown right before the half, I think.
24-41.
Yeah, 41-24.
Chiefs are kicking ass.
Yeah, they are. Like they stole something.
Tom Brady should have stayed retired, bro.
I think now the rumor is him and his wife was having issues.
I mean, I would be pissed. If I was his wife, I would be pissed too. You said you retired for us, and then like 2 weeks of being with their wife, you're like, I'm going back into playing.
I would want to be old Brett Favre right about now, though.
Oh, dude, Brett Favre, man, that motherfucker needs to see jail time, bro.
I think he might kick him out of the Hall of Fame too.
I think they should.
What's going on with Brett Favre?
He stole money from welfare to pay for a volleyball stadium or something.
Right, $6 million.
Yeah. He took it. Him and someone else took it from the government, the county.
Mayor.
Yeah,
the mayor of Mississippi.
Yep, from the welfare to buy the stadium, and there's text message going, "Yo, I don't think this is right," and he's like, "No, it's fine." You know, like,
is there any way
they don't need their food stamps? It's okay. They can go another day.
Can get hold of this information or find out that I'm receiving this.
Wow.
Just confirmed it, buddy.
Yeah, it's like, bro, at this point, I mean, it's bad enough you stole the money, especially when you have plenty of money, but then you steal from welfare people, the people that actually need it.
In his career in the NFL, he has made over $100 million. So he's worth that. And you still see him on them damn Wrangler jeans commercials.
Them commercials ain't happening anymore.
No, they drop him like a bad habit, buddy.
Yeah. Damn. It's always those rich people, man. They greedy, bro. They think they can do anything, man.
And then that guy for the Celtics, too. Ndoka, the coach, his ass is his balls in the water.
Neil Long's fiance or baby daddy.
Baby daddy.
Yes.
Baby daddy.
Like he slept with the wrong female, buddy, and his ass is grass.
I don't even know
Don't
what's
get it.
going on with that. I never even heard about that.
Yeah, that's big news.
Big news in the black
The
community.
Celtics is the Celtics organization.
Oh, what wasn't it an Instagram chick or something?
Mm-mm.
No?
You know about who he cheated with, or
Yeah.
No.
they haven't disclosed her identity.
It's somebody in the Celtics organization, because there's
Correct.
a written
And they
rule
think that she married too.
that says that if you are a member of the employed by the Celtics organization, you can't have an affair, even if it's consensual or not. And he violated that particular rule, and he caused him suspension for a year and 50% of his salary.
Oh yeah, I saw something about Stephen A. saying something about that on first
they
page.
believe that. Now they say that the relationship was consensual, but he's the only one that's getting punished for it. So
yeah,
that's what a lot of people are mad about.
Yeah, Phil Collins, the Adam Levine is the one that slept with the Instagram model. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's sleeping with everybody. I'm
losing. Want to name his child after her too.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
You seriously, what balls, huh?
Hey man, when you got money, bro, you do weird shit, man.
I hate that because I'm a big Maroon 5 fan. I'm like, damn, Adam, shit.
I'm not a big Maroon 5 fan, but I do like him because I like some of his songs. I'm just like, man, you motherfuckers do anything, bro.
Yeah, man, I like Adam when I saw him on The Voice and stuff. He seems like he'd be a cool fella. I like his, but that shit's kind of foul, really foul.
I don't think he'll be on The Voice either.
No, well, he left The Voice about 2-3 seasons ago.
So that's how much TV I watch.
Fucking Instagram models.
Yeah.
You're fucking She-Hulk. Gonna name his baby after.
When you mess up, they kick you off. Like CeeLo Green got charged. They mess with that underage girl. You out of here, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and end the show. I want to thank everybody for a great show. I do have Geisgar and Danny's YouTube channel in the description.
20 more days, people.
What's in 20 days? Oh, Black Adam.
Ready to see it.
I mean, it's the only movie to look forward to at this point. So, yep. And then I'll probably start doing YouTube content again because there ain't shit to talk about. So
next month we got Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, right after that.
And then Avatar 2 after that, sir.
Nah, I'm not watching that shit.
All right, I'm gonna always go see it.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for everything. Appreciate you. Later, guys.
See ya.
Peace.